searching for gaming knowledge comes the man, the myth, a legend in his own mind, Critical. Welcome back, guys and gals. Critical here. Today I'm bringing an episode of Last Epoch and a build guide for my God of Thorns build. Now this build's taken a turn several different times. I'm using a shield and a one-handed weapon and no longer a spear. I've changed a lot of stuff up. Let's get into it. First off, you can see that I've taken the Thorn Burst, my Summon Thorn Totem. I'm still sporting the bear, but he's not a thorny bear. And I went ahead with the Summon Spurgeon because it's a health regen and I really need that. Okay, Thorn Burst. Why? Well, God of Thorns without Thorn Burst, it doesn't make sense. But I didn't want to kind of sit there and I didn't want to get in the middle and cast Thorns. And I was trying to figure something out and I was looking at the skill and all the way over here is Protector's Barrier. It allows you to cast the Thorn Burst, the one that gives like a shield, and then it bursts the thorns out on your allies. Okay, this is gonna come. It's gonna make sense when you see it, guys. So definitely go for that. 10% chance for the Thorn Shield to leave behind a new Thorn Shield in its place. I wish they would buff that a little bit more, or give us more points to throw into there, because some of the points I put around I really don't need. I would have rather been able to put more points into this, so casting a Thorn Shield on an ally has a better chance of doing another Thorn Shield. Now, could it get to the point where you have perpetual Thorn Shields constantly popping up? Yes, I think that would be fun, but it might not be realistic. Thorn Shield is what I've been talking about. That's where the thorns form around you. They protect granting armor and elemental protection, and then they shoot out. The Thorny Assault reduce the spread of the thorns by 20 degrees and reach them in the direction you're facing. I'm not using it. My minions are, and one of the minions I'm using it on doesn't have a face, so I don't know how that works for those minions. Of course, thorns travel 70% faster and further is always a good thing. I took 2 points into this to get 40% chance for piercing thorns. Only 1 point for the poison. We get poison from other locations, but I really wanted to get to 34% chance per point for 6 additional thorns. I want a dense thicket. I want more thorns. I'm the God of Thorns. Give me thorns. And then the barbed thorns for the bleeding effect only took 2 points. The trail of thorns is actually, it does work. When my Thorn Burst on an ally kills an enemy, a Thorn Trail bursts from me, but it decreases the overall damage from Thorn Burst by 20%. But that Thorn Trail is actually pretty nice. It doesn't happen too often, but it's nice. I mean, you could drop this if that 20% reduction in damage is worrisome, but it was more of a situational thing. Now the bear, I went all defense. I didn't touch any of the offense. All right, I made the bear have additional health, additional armor. If the bear kills somebody, which I haven't seen this happen yet because the bear doesn't get a chance to kill anybody. If the bear kills somebody, there's a chance that it'll up to a 30% chance it'll drop a claw totem, and it's basically another totem on the field, and it does melee damage to the minions that are to the enemies that are near it. I'm getting the retaliatory thorns. He doesn't cast it too often, but when he does, it bleeds and it goes further and faster per point, which is nice. Now the Spurgeon, I've gone straight. Well, I'll take the 15% increased health per point. That's a nice little add-on, but I'm going full aura of victory, retribution, and of life. Increased health, increased damage. And the healing aura restores 25% more health per second per point. I want to stay healthy on the field. All right, so what have I done with myself? Oh no, I had to just reset this. Now, I use a dev tool to do these builds because honestly, guys, I don't have time, unfortunately, to level continuously over and over again to do testing. And yeah. So we'll do this together today. That's something new. Go up 9 here. And then rest of my points there. So that's how I'm spreading my points out. I want to get a little bit of minion buffs and some more damage. Eventually, I'll be going all the way down the wild for all the damage it gives. I did a test on what I would do for a level 100 character. I'll put that on screen here for a second. So you can see where I've done, what nodes I've taken. But for this build, what I'm doing right now, I want to have a chance to poison with my spells. That's my Thorn Burst going off. I want a buff in my minions' attack speed. I want the ability for my minions to gain 10% of melee damage leached as health per point for me and my minions. I want a poison. I want that poison to be stronger. I want more health, or I want more, 20% increased health regen per point for my minions, leaving about 2 points left. So I think in this scenario, I'll go for more health leech, which is really good, and probably go for more Toxic Mancer for a 60% increase in the poison damage. I'm going to be doing a lot of poison damage. It's built into the build. I might as well use it. So that's what I would do for a level 40 Barbarian, level 40 Beastmaster. Now, on the equipment side of the house, this has also been a struggle. I have fractured several things in my quest to buff myself. I took some of the fracture stuff off because it didn't fracture very well. So I am going minion damage, minion health, minion physical damage. This is a nice glove for this build. Of course, movement speed is always my favorite thing, so I try to get as much of that. 2 agility is nice. It's the only thing on this book that I actually like, the armor and agility. If here's one for minion damage, but I really want that agility. I'll take the minion damage while I'm doing the test. The Beast King is very nice. 15% physical damage increased, attack speed, 50% increased minion life, 8% reduced damage taken if your minions have killed in the last 3 seconds. Totems, Thorns, aha. Minions take 25% reduced damage if you have killed in the last 5 seconds. My Thorn damage buffs them. Their attacks and the Totems, Thorns buff me. It's a nice synergy going on there. I took Viper Tail, 50% better chance to poison, 50% chance to slow, increased attack speed, and 10% increased agility effect. All very good. Now I need to buff my agility. I have one there. I want strength. I think the agility will do better for me in the long run. I took a shield. This isn't a special shield. Nothing special about it. It just happened to be a shield. Same with the helm. It happened to be a helm that I had. It gives me some health, some protection, and it has some minion buffs on it. Once again, I'm going for minion damage. I was able to get that to T5 on minion damage. I think this ring was a T4 before it fractured. Oops, moved my character. We're going to get in there. Yeah, minion damage T3. So, unfortunately, it fractured. I was only going up, only got up there a little bit. And my armor is nothing special. It's just minion health regen is the basic thing on there. I hadn't found any good armor. I didn't find a particular set or unique armor that I wanted more than this. I could probably have done some more with it, but life, you know how it is. All right, so how do I play this build? Well, basically, my bearer is out all the time. He doesn't die as often now with this Spurgeon around. It really helps. The Thorns, because I'm not pointing it at one of my minions, it's casting on myself. If I can cast it on my minions, and it protects and attacks from them. Well, a totem is a minion. Yeah, it's a thorn monster now. Okay, it's not a thorn totem, it's a thorn monster, because I'm casting thorns on top of my thorns, which is actually pretty cool. So how does this work actually in the game? We'll run the ruins and then we'll go into the temple, and I'll show you how I've been playing this build. It doesn't mean it's the proper way, it's just the way that it works for me. Put down, and I just keep buffing that thorn totem until everything's dead and its timer runs out. Now my Thorn Totems don't get taken out anymore because I'm protecting them with the Thorn Barrier, the Thorn Shield that I'm putting out on it. So they last, they're able to cast all their thorns out. It's a really good synergy. Anything that gets past them, my Bear and Surgeon take care of. That is basically how I've been playing this. And it is pretty good. It doesn't rip down bosses very quickly. It's not a flashy build, but it is definitely a pretty, there's a couple of those thorn trails going out, which does decent damage. Attack speed, melee crit chance. See if there's anything else I can pick up that I could use. I'll go down more damage. My Bear finally got its last level. I thought it already had, but not. More health is good for that, and give me more damage. I mean, that is just a raw damage increase, so that is an awesome increase. See, two things got past it, but it doesn't matter. Do a couple over there. My Bear immediately comes in. I'll buff him now instead of the totem. And that's basically how I play this. I don't even use melee attacks. I typically don't need to. I know before I said I was gonna go the of course now I forget the name of it. The Serpent Strike to get the little thorn. I feel this actually plays a lot better. I mean, can you do the arena? You can, but it's not the most efficient arena build. But I don't make my builds for the arena. I like to make the builds that run the game. Now, the game isn't set up to make these enemies harder based on your level, and I would really I'm hoping that happens soon, because I think that would be really fun to try to make builds that could actually handle the later areas in the game when you're higher level. That's why I always try to do these at like level 40. Yeah, I'm overpowered. I can panel just about anything in here, but it's not so unrealistic. I can take damage. If there's too much on the screen, though, they will ignore it. I don't have extra totems. I only have 2 totems. Oh, I didn't show you my totems, did I? I skipped right over them. Hold on a second. I'm such an idiot. But we all knew that already, right? That's right. Attack the totem. Pray to my totems. Alright, so I talked about, I didn't even talk about the totems. I didn't take any additional totems. I don't need them in the way I'm playing the build. I don't need mana efficiency because I'm only casting the single totem, usually, possibly 2. So what did I take? Well, Ancient Power for more damage, which slows down the projectiles. 3 into natural odds to have 17% chance per point for double damage from the thorns. I did the Accurate Burst, which actually is really nice. I never took that before, and I really like how it worked out. I went ahead and took Torrent of Thorns, maxed that out for additional Thorn Totems, fire 1 additional Thorn per point, burst per point. So I've got 4 additional Thorns going out. Spirit Thorns, obviously, because I love heat-seeking Thorns. The Pace of the Forest. Thorn Totems have 18% more damage, but 5% less cast speed per point, which... Okay, I'm slowing the thorns down again, but I'm getting more damage. And then I took the shredding thorns. Instead of going the poison route, I wanted to shred the armor. I thought that was a better idea. So set 14.3% chance per point to reduce armor by 40 for 4 seconds on hit per point. So the way that's worded, it kind of makes me think that it could stack. Now, I have less thorns going out because I'm not putting a serious amount of thorns out there, but I don't need too many thorn totems. Cast 1, everything resets, and I already have it again. Like I said, in the arena, that would be an issue. That would definitely hamper this kind of a build. And if I was going to do the, if I was building a build for the arena, I'd probably go more multiple thorns so I can have as many Thorn Totems out at the same time as possible. But this is the definitive God of Thorns. I'm using Thorns for everything. My bear takes damage, he casts a Thorn Burst. My Thorns do damage, I'm kicking out a Thorn Trail, punishing anything that's coming at me. The Spurgeon is there just to keep me and my minions, including the Thorn Totems, alive. Now the Thorn Totems only live long enough to cast off their thorns, then they expire. But they can be destroyed. The enemies can do damage to them. So making sure that they're getting some health is actually important, because that's where all the damage is focused on right now, is that totem. Now the bear is left on, so I'll buff the bear out with it as well. Now this is actually a very slow boss to take down. I'm gonna go ahead and weaken it up with my totems a little bit. Now my bear and Surgeon are staying back here, but that's what I want, because this boss will summon in extras. Now my bear is going in. And I just keep recasting my totems and keep thorns on the totems. And that's it. I mean, that is what I've been doing. And it is, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I just, the amount of thorns damage this does. But I have to show you the arena. I can't do a build and not at least show you guys the arena. So I only have 2 thorn totems. All right, how's this gonna go? Well, probably not good, because I don't have enough stuff on the field. I need to keep moving, keep casting my thorns, dodge the fire. Of course, I get the fire dog on the first one. My Sturgeon's doing pretty good. I'll give it some assistance. Oh, took that out already, no problem. So it's doable, but it's definitely more chaotic than I like. And there's a lot of times when I have to stand still to cast the Thorn Burst on my totems or the bear, and that's a problem. I can tell that's getting weak. Oh, this is not good. Now here's the thing, those totems had already been put down, but they don't attack unless there seems to be some kind of bug with the totems, where if you put the totem down early, it's not always guaranteed that that totem will attack enemies. Come right in the middle. So I mean, this is doable. You definitely, I mean, it's not going to be an easy run, but it's doable. This wanted to run, this would not win any race, okay? I just know it would not win a race. Oh, cast it on myself because he's attacking me directly. Okay, well, there was a wave in the arena. It was definitely chaotic. And like I said, this is not an arena build, but it is a fun build to play around in the demo. Don't forget the Kickstarter. It's only a few days left. If you want to see this game finish, well, they're going to keep making it, but if you want to help this game get done, if you really want to have a say in the next great ARPG, get on Discord, talk to the team, because they're interacting with us, which is really rare. Help support the Kickstarter. It'll help the game be done faster. I would say, hopefully faster. But it would definitely help the team out if we could support them on the Kickstarter. I think you guys should too, especially if you like these videos. All right, my time's up. I've been Critical. This has been Last Epoch, my God of Thorns build. I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. If you have, drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.